Hi, so I'm getting ready to show something I've never technically shown before, but I'm going to show you a way to become a millionaire. Literally, guys. Okay, so I'm going to type in Acworth, Georgia, because I know demographics. I know about how much money is here. And Acworth cost of living is 94.6 of the national average. So there's more women than men here. You have white collar, there's blue collar. This is what I'm looking at. 93,000 is what I was looking at. Because I don't think that I So this is what I was looking for. The number of households and the average median income, average income, 103,000 to 130,000, 85,000 to 100,000. Okay, so I'm gonna explain why I'm looking at that. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click out of here, and it's like Cobb County area. So then I'm going to click out of here and then type in Acworth thrift store. And these are the thrift stores that pop up. I go to those thrift stores. I'm gonna click on this one and see if they have like stuff online, but I don't think they will. It says Treasure Hunt Paradise, right? So as vintage clothes, work clothes, swimwear, discount athletics, daily, weekly, calendar, etc. Menu, you have the jewelries and you have the antiques. You see the jewelry area? See more at... I think I may copy it and open it later. They have jewelry, gold jewelry, etc. I don't know if it's gonna let you go online and do it, but you'd have to like go to like a local thrift store in the area and do the same thing. And then you have vintage items. Collectibles. And you have antiques. I mean, you can do an antique, but like mostly you want to focus on this area, etc. And buying watches, so on and the like. And this is what you do. You set a price point. Let's just say a $50,000 watch resale. All you need is 20 items to make $1 million. If it's $5,000 per item, or 5,000 items, you need 200 items to have $1 million in stuff. So 200 items, if clear 200, let's just say most like suits, like I've found like $5,000 and $10,000 suits. Let's just say I wanted to get it in a suit. I would need 200 suits. Now the average suit typically costs me about $5 to $7 in a place like that, so I'm gonna hit 7. So I need $1,400. $1,400 to get 200 suits worth $5,000. Now would it be one thrift store? Probably be multiple, or me go in there and quite a few times. Or clear, I would raise the price point up, so I'd look for items that are $10,000 or more. So if there are $10,000 items times, instead of 200, now you only need 100 items to hit the price point of $1 million in net worth and in net value. So the one that I prefer, I'll hit a 20,000. 20,000 is my lowest, but 50,000 is kind of what I feel most comfortable with. So even if it was a 20,000, I think it's like 250. You would need to walk out with 50 items. Well, 50 times, let's just say, the max that you're willing to spend is $20. So that means you would need at least $1,000 to make $1 million with 20 different items with the price point of $20,000. So that's whether it's a watch, a brooch, a purse, or luggage. As long as it totals out to be XYZ. Most things inside of a thrift store, I think the most expensive thing that I've seen inside of a thrift store is $50. So let's try 50. That's like considered really expensive. Expensive in a thrift store is $50. A $50 price point. More than likely, you're not gonna see that. Unless you're now in a boutique, you may see 100, you may see 250, but thrift stores, $50 is kind of pushing it. If it's above that, they're just trying to make profit, and most times you can talk them down, or I just look for another item, because there has to be 50 items inside of that store. So, to be fairly honest, you could probably, $20 is typically mine. So that's $1,000 that you could technically walk into a thrift store and walk out with $1 million in net worth. Get it appraised, and you can either use it on a balance sheet to become an accredited investor, or you can use it like sell it off or get insurance on it. There's so many different things that you can do. Alright, bye-bye. Oh wait, I was supposed to show you some watches. Okay, so let's type in, what's the name of a watch? That is, let's just type in, I'm just gonna say most expensive watch, because I think it's like, right now Jacob says got one, but it typically is a Picard or a Pickard, a Piguet, or etc, etc. So as you can see, this is a $40,000 watch, a $74,000 watch, $65,000 watch. 12 most expensive watches. That was $31 million. For that watch. 24 million for Philippe. Rolex. That's 17 million. So watches, whenever you hear, and see how this is stainless steel and it's still $11 million for a Patek Philippe. So don't be like, oh well, it's stainless steel, so it's not worth very much. This is a stainless steel watch, and because of the name, it's an $11 million watch. So don't get hung up on, well, it's not gold, it's not this, it's not that. This is $9 million watch, and as you can see, that's probably not, it's probably alligator or something on like the wrist area. Copper pink. There's only 14 known. So, but that's what you have got to think about whenever you're looking at a watch. So you can see that one right there, that's selling for $3 mil. That's $2.5 mil. And Patek Philippe is known for being extremely expensive. So if you roll up on one, and it's you can, the lower end is, as you can see, 160,000, and that's really low. And that one's 3.5 million. So these are just things to think about whenever you're going shopping, etc. Okay, bye guys.